Good afternoon again, folks. Bar Heights here at Supreme Courts in Gunnersville, day 4 of our Play Dates. I'm joined by Coach Jones of Asbury High School and Daisy Zurita, who, Coach, apparently does a lot of things well for your basketball team, and we'll get into in a minute. But 3A, this is your 6th year, a pretty tough area that you're in with upcoming programs. How did it go today? How's it going so far? You know, we didn't used to have these Play Dates back in the day. So, how do you like these things? Have you enjoyed?
Oh, absolutely. This is actually our first play day of the
Yeah.
summer. So, and the girls reacted very well. I told them they had to, to just have ownership of the team because we've got a lot of minutes for people, that are there, opportunities for people to play. And so they did well. We won one and we lost one, but was competing and played hard. That's what I want. Played hard and acted like we knew what we're doing a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good
kind of
feeling.
run some resets, and when we pressed, we got pretty good position. We didn't cut sideline off like I wanted us to, but that's why we do this, is to learn and come in and work on things that we need to work on. This just gives us a really good idea of what we need to work on for this certain group. But we're gonna be small, and we're just gonna have to get after it and play fast up and down.
I love to play fast. And speaking of being small, but playing bigger than you might be, that's what we're hearing about Daisy. And Coach was saying, Daisy, that you're a 3-4, but you kind of have to do everything, play everywhere. But of all those things you do and do well, whether it's defense, whether it's rebounding, whether it's shooting, what's your favorite? What's the one thing you like to do more than anything else on the basketball court?
I think offense, or yeah, because it's just passing around the ball with with your team, trying to figure out a way instead of rushing through it and making mistakes on the offense side and stuff. And seeing how I can help screen rolls and get an easy look for me and for my team as well.
Coach said that you were extremely unselfish, and just in a very high basketball IQ. And Coach, I know a lot of that comes from you. Let's talk about this area a little bit, and what your expectation is going into this season. From now to the end of the summer, and then from the start of the season to the end of the year. What are the key ingredients that this team has to do that you already do, and also what must you do better to compete in that area?
We're going. First of all, it's going to have to start on the defensive side. We're going to have to. We play, like I said, it's a really tough area, and there's a lot of talented teams, and so we're going to have to D up just to stay in the games, and then we're going to have to improve, like Daisy's talking about. We're going to have to improve our chemistry, and offensively creating. That's something I liked in the first 2 games. I had every player on the court that was attacking the goal and taking advantage of situations that we tried to put them in, so they got an advantage for angles and to get to the goal. And we did a good job of that, so I'm excited about that. We're going to have to continue to do that, and we're going to have to do a much better job blocking out because we're short. We got to block out.
Right.
They're just going to volleyball it. They're going to shoot it till they make it.
So Daisy, you guys don't. No starters coming back, as you said, Coach. Correct.
No senior starters.
Senior starters coming back.
Yeah,
Excuse
Daisy.
me.
But I've got 2 starters coming back with Daisy and one of my other juniors. Strong junior group this time.
Strong junior group coming up. So that was kind of where I was going. I apologize for that mistake. But Daisy, so what are you having to do as the leader that's been here, that's been playing, in practice? How are you instilling that work ethic with those players that haven't necessarily played as many minutes as you have?
Gotta communicate on the court, on defense side especially.
Can you say that really loud on the camera one more time? You got to do what?
I gotta communicate. We gotta communicate in the team on the defense side.
Yes, talk. Good.
Yeah,
Go
talk.
ahead.
Offense side, if there's not there, I gotta kind of speak for them because not a lot of our teams want to speak. So someone has to lead up and start speaking, so the other players know what to do. And so yeah, help side also. I work on that too. So if someone leaves off or needs help, I help as well. So basically, I feel like it's just communication. One thing. If another player doesn't know it, guide them through it, and hopefully they'll get through it and see how it's gonna lead out.
And Coach, moving into this, I think a lot of young coaches out there, something we've been talking about at Supreme Courts, and kind of trying to help them along as defining roles. When you have those new spots that are coming in, as an experienced coach, how do you mesh that and say to this person, well, I really don't need you doing that. I really want you doing this, or here's your strength, or
Yes.
talk a little bit if you can about what that looks like for Asbury.
Yes. Well, there's a fine line there as far as pulling the wings a little bit, so to speak, and getting them, I've got one young lady that's really talented, and sometimes, she goes beyond that. She takes shots she doesn't need to shoot. We just got to kind of,
As we all have.
yeah,
Right.
repetition. You're right, and well, you never make a shot you don't take.
That's
But-
100% right.
so you want to be careful as far as you don't want to get them where they're not aggressive and confident. But we have a lot of confidence with this group, and it's just a matter of, like Daisy was saying, figuring out the chemistry that you need to have. She does a great job helping when the younger girls, even today, sometimes they'd pick and roll and the person wouldn't go with the roller to the basket,
Right.
and they're just standing, so she would come across the lane and help. We cover for each other, but it's just a matter of them getting in the gym enough to figure out what their strengths and weaknesses are for that player, and then let them know. I mean, I'll define them. Hey, if you're in, I've got a couple. If they don't rebound and play defense, then I'll play a lot.
That's right.
Because then they got to work on their offensive skills, and once they do that and show me they can do that, then their role increases. But that's the thing. It's just them getting in the gym and working on their skills, and I will be really specific on, hey, if you don't do this right here, you won't play in minutes, you better do this. If you don't defend, not
Right.
putting you in.
I mean-
So
Daisy, what is what is the expectation this year in your words? What would you like to see happen this year that you feel like be successful for your program?
But like winning more games than we did last year. I feel like we have a chance now, because one year it's kind of like the same junior high group year, and we started winning games and games and games, and I want to recreate that in the varsity kind of section. So hopefully we just win, communicate, get the shots that I want and want to go in, and yeah, just keep shooting, because you never know when those shots are gonna fall in.
Keep shooting, because you never know when the shots are going to fall in. I could not agree more, Daisy. Coach, thank you so much, Daisy, and we look forward to seeing Asbury Lady Rams this year throughout the season.
we appreciate it. We appreciate what you guys do here too.
Thank you.
Giving us opportunities to compete and play teams that we're not going to play in the regular season, and play smaller teams, larger teams. That just helps us figure out what we need to work on. And so it's I'm excited. My group's been working on. She mentioned shooting. We got to shoot better. We didn't shoot very well last year, and we played defense hard. We'd stay in the game so far until they got, somebody came in and started busting threes, and then it's hard for us to make that up. But I think we're going to be able to score a lot better. But we appreciate this helps right here big time.
Thank you, Coach.
So we appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'll do a tremendous job.
I want at least 8 free throw makes a game.
Alright.
You got me?
On my free throws, I'm good.
8 free throw makes a game. That means you got to drive it hard to get that jump
All right.
shot.
She's one of my best shooters this year too, and people will think that'll be good because we can pop her out. They're
Yes.
gonna say, "Hey, she can't shoot it. She's supposed to play." So she's been working on it hard. Like I said, she's smart. She knows that she needs to really be specific with what we do in practice, and it's helped. But thank you guys. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Coach.